Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of SpaceX in the News. We got a lot to catch up on. Elon Musk just took to Twitter last night to talk more about the what was formerly known as the BFR, now known as the Starship-Super Heavy. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the Crew Dragon and the Falcon Heavy as well. So stick around and enjoy the show. Alright, so I'm never tweeting. I'm never on Twitter. If I am on Twitter, it's only to check up on Elon Musk and SpaceX and Lego and just see what they're all up to. So last night I just happened to be on there and Elon Musk had just started tweeting live about some new important information on the Starship-Super Heavy. Alright, so first I need to take you back a few weeks ago to December 8th when Elon Musk took to Twitter and kind of teased some Starship hopper pics that would be coming up soon. And well, it kind of looks like those came to fruition last night, although there might be more in the near future. So somebody driving around outside the SpaceX facility in Boca Chica happened to notice a few pretty large items out on the front lawn, and they snapped a few pictures for all of us to enjoy. Now, at first, nobody knew what to make of these things. It caused a lot of confusion, like all day yesterday, people going back and forth on social media. Is it a water tower? Is it just some sort of art for Dear Moon? What is it? Is it the actual Starship for the hopper test? And I was kind of engaged with it as well when somebody actually put all these pictures together and formed exactly what they were making. All right, so that kind of looks like a Starship with dwarfism. And when Elon Musk was confronted about this on Twitter last night, he confirmed that's exactly what it is. It's a Starship for the first hopper test, only it's not exactly up to scale. It's the same diameter as the real Starship's going to be, but it's actually quite a bit shorter than the actual real one will be. So now this is also when Elon Musk kind of opened up more about what exactly the new changes he was making to the Starship-Super Heavy, because he did tease, like I said a few weeks ago, that he was putting in not so much aesthetic changes, but more composite changes, what exactly the rocket is going to be made of. And it turns out from these pictures and from talking to him, tweeting with him last night, we found out that he's actually making it kind of like the Atlas rocket was. He's making it out of stainless steel alloy. So he's taking stainless steel and mixing it with some other metals to make it a little bit heavier, but a lot more heat resistant and tougher. Now, some were quick to point out on Twitter last night to Elon that, the Atlas V has actually been one of the few vessels that actually imploded when it was no longer pressurized in those tanks. But Elon, responded back, don't worry about that. Our steel is an alloy that's a lot tougher than what they used back in the 60s. So, this kind of begged the question, what's up with all this extra weight now? I mean, how's this gonna affect, mission success? Well, Elon did say that they have actually been improving those Raptor engines they've been working on, to the point where he is saying that they radically redesigned it. And not only that, but it's ready to fire next month, which is really cool and really awesome. But none of us should actually be too surprised that things are starting to pick up now with the Starship-Super Heavy, because you got to remember back to November 19th when Elon all of a sudden canceled his mini BFR project that he had just recently stated they were going to do. And he said the reason for canceling it so abruptly is because they decided, hey, we're just going to accelerate the actual BFR. So that's probably why things feel like they're starting to move at a faster pace now as we go into 2019. But if you still think it's not fast enough and you just want to see results, check this out. This is probably the best news I'm going to give you in this video. Elon tweeted last night, I will do a full technical presentation of Starship after test vehicle we're building in Texas flies. So hopefully March or April. Okay, now remember, originally just, 2 days ago, we were all thinking end of 2019, we'll see some Starship hopper tests. Awesome. Then he just sideblinds us last night. No, actually, it's several months in advance. We're thinking just in a couple months from now. What? I mean, when I read that, I literally did not know what to do with myself. And that's just fantastic. I already knew 2019 was going to be like the best year for SpaceX and space exploration in general, but this really kicked it into overdrive for me. And just so I can prove to you that entire sentence that Elon tweeted wasn't just one long typo, he actually reconfirmed it with another person. Merry Christmas to us from Mr. Musk himself. So yeah, it's a great way to end the year on a positive note. And on top of that, today, SpaceX successfully launched an Air Force satellite GPS into a polar orbit. It was a huge contract. It was done successfully. Which is a great rebound off of the successful launch of their last rocket, but the unsuccessful touchdown of their landing booster, or their booster, which had to make an abort landing on the ocean after its grid fins hydraulic system locked up. But Elon did say that they are going to be kind of redesigning that whole system to make sure something like that doesn't happen again. Although it was a pretty cool show. And the last little note here concerning the Starship-Super Heavy is that apparently SpaceX is working alongside NASA to make a better heat shield that can benefit both, companies or agencies in the long run. And it's only a matter of time till we find out exactly how that will work with the Starship's new, stainless steel, alloy frame. You got to keep in mind with rocket science, it's a give and take kind of relationship when you're designing these things. If you want to, for example, make Starship out of a stainless steel alloy so it's tougher, it's more resilient to heat damage, you will be able to reuse it and refurbish it more easily and more often, but it adds weight, and weight is a critical element when it comes to delivering cargo and passengers to another planet. So it seems like SpaceX is getting ahead of this and out in front of it by improving their Raptor engine. So it's pretty exciting to actually be that SpaceX is actually letting us in on the in and outs of their rocket design. I really do appreciate that. I know a lot of us do. All right, so let's move on to the Crew Dragon. Mike Pence had just recently visited SpaceX's facility to take a look at their Crew Dragon because this is what's going to take astronauts to space in 2019. So the Crew Dragon's first test flight is scheduled for January 17th, which is just a few weeks away. It would be the best day of the year to do it, and I'm not saying that because it's my birthday. I'm saying it because it's my birthday. All right, yeah, I want SpaceX to launch it on my birthday. That'd be a great gift. So come on, SpaceX, don't let anything affect it. Don't let weather get in the way. You launch it no matter what. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so that's exciting. Looking forward to that. Quite a bit. All right, so let's move on to the last thing I have here today, and that is news on the Falcon Heavy. So yes, 2019 is going to be a busy year for SpaceX, but January even more so, because like I was just saying, they have the Crew Dragon's first test flight, but they also have the second launch of the Falcon Heavy. Now the Falcon Heavy is scheduled to do at least 2 launches in 2019, with probably even more going on later in the year. And at least for the first 2 launches, they do plan on actually landing and reusing all 3 of the first stage cores. And yeah, the ball seems to be rolling with Falcon Heavy because they've been spotting that at least one of the 2 side boosters of that first stage actually roll into the Cape in preparation for its launch here in the next month. So that wraps up this episode of SpaceX in the News. You guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you made it here to the end, go ahead and leave a comment below. What are you looking forward to the most in 2019? Are you looking forward to the Crew Dragon launches? We have at least 3 of them. We have the test flight on January 17th. We have the in-flight abort test. We also have the first astronauts from NASA going up to do like just a quick demo flight. And then we have astronauts going to the actual space station, but that might be in 2020. I'm not really sure. I have to get back to you on that one. Are you looking forward to Crew Dragon? Are you looking forward to the Falcon Heavy's next launch? Are you looking forward to, the Starship Hopper test, which honestly, I'm going to say I'm really looking forward to that. I can't really decide, to be honest. It's hard. It's a toughie. And also, hopefully we'll be hearing about my Lego Falcon Heavy here, the review results here from Lego in the next month or so. God willing, that goes through, and that would be also some really exciting news for the year. So leave a comment down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Make it a good one. Stay safe. God bless you. Stay righteous.